What's going on? What's going on, guys? This is your girl Amber here, and I am coming from you live from the Walking Dead Apocalypse fan page and Instagram. So, if you haven't been following us and tagging along with setting up prior to the season 5 premiere, then you're going to want to go ahead and subscribe and like and follow us. Anyways, I've been actually communicating and talking to a lot of people about the Walking Dead, like who is their fan, like the fans' favorites and why. Everybody has a fan favorite. I don't know if you've been following, well, you should be, but from seasons 1 through 4, like literally every at every end of the season, we're like, damn it, yes, our favorite character is still alive. And for some of you guys, unfortunately, that is not the case. So I'm sorry. We will be doing more tributes here in the future. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and dive in and what you guys' favorite characters is and why. So we have Daryl Dixon. You know, a lot of people go crazy about to throw off their clothes at Daryl, which is Norman Reedus, anyways. But he was originally auditioning for Merle's part, which some people don't know, and I think that's pretty hilarious because there actually isn't any Daryl Dixon or Merle Dixon in the Walking Dead graphics or comic. So for some of you guys that think that is true, that's one little tidbit slash fact. So, anyways, Robert Kirkman really enjoyed the audition and was like, you know what, I have another character for you. And ever since then, everybody's like Daryl Dixon because the reason why a lot of people love Daryl Dixon, one is because he's hot. We think that people kind of overlook is the fact that we got to see him from season 1 where he's kind of like this badass and we don't know where his character is going to go, if he's going to be an evil villain, if he's just going to be one of those guys that's like in and out of the group. But he actually has a genuine heart and he's a really good guy, but he's like really hardcore at it because he's like had things happen to him and a lot of people can relate to him. They're like, oh, we love you so much, Daryl. And like he's a badass with a bow and arrow. Like you can't get any better than that. Well, you technically can. We have other characters. You got Carl. We got to see him from season 1 all the way up to season 4, transitioning to season 5. And I think a lot of people really love Carl. One is because we got to see him grow up as the seasons go along. But, you know, he's coming into this hot little teenage boy. A lot of girls are like, oh my God, Carl. Oh my God, Carl, I love you so much. And I'm like a grown woman and I'm just like, that's like my little brother. So it's pretty cool to get to see him, grow up as the season goes along and to see where his character is going to go in season 5 because he lets it be known like, yeah, my dad, I got to see some stuff, but I'm not perfect either. And so we're kind of like, what do you mean by that, Carl? Tell us the truth. And then Rick, come on now. Like, we got to see Rick that just woke up from the hospital, found out that his wife was banging his best friend, that his wife died and started haunting him, that he ended up becoming a father while the walkers are running around. You have to fight to survive, and he's like the main leader. I mean, the list goes on. The dude went through a lot. And we love Rick because we got to see him transition from, being this innocent character, doesn't know anything, to this main leader, hardcore guy that's just like, he's doing things for the survival of the fittest. And like, it makes you think like, what would you do if you were the leader? How would you be able to handle that? You just say, fuck these people, let them die? Or would you just be like, you know what, I'm going to step up and I'm going to do whatever it takes? And even though, we have to survive and these are people that I'm adding into the group, but we're all family. And I loved on like the preview slash spoiler slash sneak peek, whatever, with Rick sharing the fact that he was like, these people don't know, they're messing with the wrong people. And I'm just like, damn, like what's going to happen? It's like crazy. And then we have Michonne. Michonne is a freaking beast. I love Michonne for many things. And a lot of people love Michonne too. And that's cool because, we got to see her like, she's a really reserved person. And she's a lover, you know what I'm saying? But she has this exterior of, don't fuck with me, I will slice you up and I will cut you if you cross my people. Like, she has this loyalty about herself, just like Daryl does. And I think that's why they're such strong characters. And the way they ended it in transitioning to season 5 about, she's a samurai. Rick is the leader. And then we have Daryl as the archer. It kind of prepares us to how the season 5 is going to be, and we kind of don't know. You know, it's a mystery of how their characters are going to transition. Are these people going to go crazy, or what's going to happen? And I love that her character is still a mystery. Not only that, but just to see how she's transformed to being this more loving, loyal person that people are just like, she is a badass. And then we have Maggie and Glenn. You know, they are the TV show The Walking Dead's favorite all-time couple, in my opinion. They are to me because, you know, one, I like the fact that Robert Kirkman incorporates all different type of nationalities in the TV show. That race, sex, and all that does not matter, especially when it comes down to surviving from the undead to the living, with people trying to kill you, no matter where you are. So just to see how strong and how loving they still are, and how they're growing and they're married and everything. I wonder if they're going to try to have kids in the future, or is that going to be an issue? And if so, is the baby going to be healthy? Is Maggie going to die like Lori did? Like, there's so many what ifs that we don't know how this season's going to transition, but they are our all-time favorite because Glenn has stepped up so much from being a leader. He's actually started killing her walkers. Maggie, she's just powerful. She's going to do what she wants to do to survive. She's taking care of her sister, but most importantly, she's taking care of her man. She's standing strong, and she's like an awesome main character. That's why people love him. And so Herschel, we love Herschel. I miss Herschel so much. A lot of people love Herschel because he keeps the group together and let it be known that there is humanity in the world, and that we should work together and find solutions instead of continue to have problems. And you know, he wanted to talk things out. But I think that kind of was his downfall a little bit, because in the Walking Dead apocalypse type of situations, people want to get straight to the point. They want to survive. And unfortunately, I'm sorry, Herschel, that you had to pass, but we will miss you. And you were the backbone of the group, and you kept everything together. And we don't know how season 5 is going to be without you. Then we have Beth. You know, Beth is little old Beth. You know, she's always singing randomly. We never know what she's going to do, and we don't know really her story as well. You know, we see a lot of Maggie, and we got to see how Maggie and Glenn's relationship grew. We got to see Herschel, but I think that this is Beth's time in season 5 to step up. And I think the reason why people love Beth so much is because she's always bubbly. You know, she's kind of like that caretaker type of attitude, and like she's there when you need her, especially like comforting and stuff. And you know, we want to see her and Daryl get together, but we don't know how that's going to go either. There's so much things to go about with Beth, but I just can't wait to see how she evolves in season 5. Anyways, we have Carol. You know, a lot of people root for Carol. I am neither for her and I'm neither against her, but we are starting to see how much The Walking Dead is taking a toll on her. She lost her abusive husband, which is a good thing because she got to gain her voice back, and that's why people can respect that. But she also lost her daughter, you know, and our hearts went out when that happened, when they, you know, had to kill Sophia. And when she turned, all she could have did was stay where they told her to stay, and she probably would have survived. But anyways, our hearts go out to Carol. Like, she feels like she's doing things for the group and outside of herself, but I think that she's starting to lose humanity a little bit. But we'll see as the season goes on, because